You are listening to a Portsmouth studio production. It's time for another episode of M&M Question Everything, where nothing is taboo, from Bigfoot to politics. Join your hosts, Matt Peters and Mark DeBruin, broadcasting live from Portsmouth Studios in cloudy New York. Here is M&M Question Everything.
Microphone was too far away. Hi. Hello. It drooped slowly. That's what she said.
Oh. There's a pill for that now.
Oh, yeah. They sell them in truck stops. Hi.
That's ecstasy.
Episode 20, M&M Question Everything. I need my intern to come in here and fix my mic stand.
Studio Cat's been ruining all the equipment.
Yeah. So, Matt Peters.
Mark DeBruin.
Mark DeBruin over there.
Drippy microphones.
And Craig DeBruin, special guest.
Hi, everybody.
He's becoming a staple in our show. Every week he's going to be here from now on.
I'm like
You're locked in.
Or Lil Jon.
You're like, can you just stand in the corner and say, yeah?
I can do that.
All right, don't do that. That's rude. All right. Episode 20. We're back again. We took a week off for my birthday.
Special birthday celebration. How'd that go?
I played lots of video games.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I got this new video game called Van Helsing. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing.
Ooh, did you fight vampires?
Actually, in this game, mostly werewolves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, vampires are actually on your side in this one. It's like a Diablo kind of game where you just run around and shoot things.
Nice.
It was fun. I haven't finished it yet, though.
Being undead's fun.
It only goes up to level 35 for some reason.
Until the DLC comes out, then you have to buy it.
Yeah.
Get more levels.
I don't like that. I don't like...
Yeah.
Well, you can play online and apparently go further.
Ooh.
But I don't know how that works.
Like third base or...
Home all the way, man.
All the way.
There are some fun things online. You can like do a partner play where somebody can join your game.
Nice.
And I did it one time, and a guy helped me kill a really hard boss.
Nice.
And then I said, I gotta go to bed. Bye-bye.
See,
That was it.
Teamwork's great. These video games are teaching kids teamwork and sharing.
Yeah.
It's great.
And murder.
That's kind of how like Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2.
Oh, man.
They let you join.
I've never played that. I'm scared.
It's a difficult game.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
It makes you hate life, but then you finally beat the boss and you're very happy with yourself.
It just became available on Steam, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once the Steam sale comes out, I'll buy the first one. Because I ain't made of money.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we could get money.
Yeah.
If you went to our website.
We can't use that to buy video games, right?
Oh, no. Of course not.
To buy important things with that.
Yes.
Although I was thinking it'd be fun to have an episode where we just play video games the whole time.
Just do a Twitch broadcast.
We'll just sit here and play.
M&M Question video games.
Yeah. We'll go through all the important things about video games.
What happens if you push this button?
Give out pro tips.
Oh, yeah. Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could just watch us play.
Or just watch me die continuously.
I really want to get Madden, the new Madden, but I don't have any systems. So
should we talk about NFL abuse?
We're gonna get there. Let's save
Pump
that.
the brakes. We'll get there.
We'll get
Hold
there.
on.
I got all these papers in front of me. I gotta talk about Amazon banner on ChristopherMedia.net. Click that, and you'll support all the shows on Christopher Media, including this one. We're on Android now, so you can download Stitcher and listen to us. Always on iTunes and YouTube's, and you can listen to us. There's a PayPal button on ChristopherMedia.net. There's also a donate button on question-everything.net. Thanks for listening, liking, sharing this show, M&M Question Everything, on Facebook and following us on Twitter. Our handle. People still call it a handle?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
On the CB radio, maybe.
At QuestionNet. Breaker19 at QuestionNet on Twitter. Subscribe to this show on iTunes for free by clicking through the iTunes banner at ChristopherMedia.net. Basically, go to ChristopherMedia.net if you want anything and everything question-related. Or if you want to give us money, go to our website, question-everything.net. If you're looking to launch a website, please click through the HostGator banner at ChristopherMedia.net. ChristopherMedia.net hosts all our shows through HostGator, unregimented, which comes out on a very regimented schedule on Monday and Thursdays. Weekman Podcast, whenever they get to it, which seems to be every Friday. I'm reading ahead. We are doing every Sunday. Well, we're recording on Saturday. You can listen to us on Saturday, but it usually goes up on Sunday, unless it's my birthday. Who else is on? Oh, Toddzilla. And we're going to have the captain's table from Noah. He's been
Very
invited
nice.
to join the Christopher Media Network. It was up in the air last week, but he did a show, and Chris liked it, so we're good.
Outstanding.
It's not on iTunes yet or on the website yet, but Chris said he's working on it.
Even though, congratulations to Noah.
Congratulations, Noah.
Is he the captain? Should we
No,
call him?
he's actually not the captain.
Oh, okay.
It's just the captain's table. He's like Isaac from the Love Boat.
Okay, so like
He's the bartender.
Ensign Noah.
Bar-
Is he a red shirt?
He's a bartender.
Okay.
I think we're doing like a fantasy theme. I'm not sure if we're doing sci-fi.
Okay.
It changes every week. I'm not sure.
Dublin.
I can't stay. I don't know what Noah's doing. But he'll be here later today. We're not doing a live show, so you can't listen to him until he's on iTunes. But I'll see him later. I'll ask him those questions for you. DraftKings.com, One Day Fantasy Sports. You can get a really cool team and then have a really good day, or have a really shitty team and then start over the next day. So go to DraftKings.com by clicking the banner on ChristopherMedia.net.
Outstanding.
That's how I roll. Sorry.
That's how we do
Paper
this.
cuts?
No, it's all right.
We're insured. We're insured. Studio Cat will take care of it.
Yeah, she likes to tear up papers.
Use it for a litter box.
So, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a week.
Yeah. Took a week off. Did some birthdays. It's great.
You did some birthdays?
Well, I mean, you did your birthday.
My new job, the guy that sits next to me in my cubicle, he just got hired. That's in my cubicle. The cubicle next to me. His birthday is the same day as mine.
What?
Different year, though. I make that point every time we talk about it.
High
You're
five, though?
older than me. Huh?
Did you high five at least?
We did a lot more than that.
Ooh.
No, we
Alright.
didn't even high five. But that's pretty cool.
That's pretty. What are the chances?
There's actually, on my team, there's somebody that has a birthday on December 18th, 19th, and 20th. Not one person that has a birthday, but
Yeah.
3 people that have a birthday in a row. It's pretty
So their
cool.
team's their performance is gonna dip that week in December.
Yeah, December's slow anyways.
Yeah.
But lots of cake.
There
Lots
you
of
go.
cake.
Yeah. There's a girl on our team that really likes making stuff. So she asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, listen, lady, you missed it. So I want a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So bring in cupcakes on Monday.
She got to make up for it.
I think
missed
she
it.
will. She's a pretty good
Terrible.
cook, I guess. I'll find out. What did you do last weekend? Did you have anything to do after?
What in the world did I do last weekend? I have no idea. It's all a blur.
We went to Trevor's, I think.
Cool. We'll use an alias.
Trevor?
Trayvon.
Oh, Trayvon.
We went to
No, you're supposed to say that.
That's
No.
insensitive.
That
I
name
can't.
is over. That's like Hitler or something. Or Jesus. You can't name your kid
Jesus. You can't do
Trayvon
that.
anymore. Just call him Trevor. It's
Went to
okay.
Jose's house. We hung out.
You can't do that either, man. There's so many rules with names.
Oh my goodness! So this weekend coming up, George Eastman House 5K for charity.
This weekend?
They come in a week.
So,
week from now.
so next weekend.
Next week. That.
Well, this is this weekend right now.
Therefore, they're in. So in 7 days.
7 days. Perfect. Was that
About-
you or was that the computer?
That was me.
Okay, I got excited.
I make mouth noises. I'm 10 years old. So all the businesses in Rochester get together, and they all sign up for the George Eastman House 5K run, and then each business chooses their own charity of choice, and we all raise money. We give it out to charities, and then sick kids get bags of cash. I don't know what they do with it. It's their business. And
Cough all over it like sick
everyone,
kids do.
yeah, just rub it on their body.
Mhm.
It's infirm. So I'll be running a 5K. Definitely go to crowdrise.com. Check it out. Donate to anybody. Doesn't matter who. Good causes. Everybody gets money. If you choose me, that's super swell.
Did you have a goal? Personal goal?
To get any money.
To get any money. Did you reach that goal?
I did. I'm at 225, 275 now, somewhere in there. I made a lot more money.
Awesome.
A lot of people are interested in watching me pass out from exhaustion after about 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen right next to my house. It's the George
Yeah.
Eastman 5K. Goes down University, right?
Yeah, you might actually see me just bite pavement right. You can just look out your window. Like, yeah, there's Mark.
I'll be there.
And the paramedics.
I'll have a camera. Ready to
And
go.
Mark's crying.
That's going to be one of our most watched videos on our channel.
You can make a vine of me just eating it.
I don't know how to make a
Bam.
vine.
Yeah.
How do you make vines?
Vines, you find something that's 8 seconds worth of funny.
It's difficult.
Have you
in my
seen
life.
the I'm in me mum's car?
No,
Vine?
no, I don't have Vine, so I don't have a
I don't-
smartphone.
I don't do Vines either.
So I'm really behind it. Sorry.
Some of them are funny.
Will Sasso apparently is good at them. I heard.
Really, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I heard he was.
So is Vine itself an app?
Didn't YouTube buy Vine or somebody's bought Vine?
Everybody's buying everybody.
Yep.
Google probably did it, right? Well, they're part of Google and YouTube are the same thing. Google owns the internet.
I need to make an app and just make 10 sales and be like, Google, this is the next biggest thing. And they'll be like, all right, I think it's worth $1 billion. I'll be
Mhm.
like, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like Minecraft, just purchased by Microsoft. Mojang,
$2
or
billion.
Mojang, or however you say it. They estimated, $2.5 billion.
I played that game for 5 minutes and I was like, what?
It's a building block game.
Yeah, but
$2.5 billion worth of building blocks.
it needs better graphics. I know that's the stupid thing to say. Have you watched Conan O'Brien do a review of Minecraft?
No.
That's hilarious. He does the Clueless Gamer
Yeah.
series. You've seen that? Well, he does. He did Minecraft. I think it was a couple months ago, and the whole thing. He was just like, "What's going on? Did they just hire like some kid to make this game? Like, it's 2014. Make the graphics better, guys. Did you give up after stage 1 of making this game?"
Oh, God.
It's just
That's the unfortunate gamer generation.
See, I don't mind games that don't have great. Like I played oh shoot, there's a RPG that's like a dot game. It's a very pixel like Minecraft,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an RPG, and it was really good. I can't remember the name of it, but it came out like 2 years ago.
Is it side
Dot
scroller?
hack or something? Dot slash? No, that's the
Dot Hack is an anime series.
Yeah, that's not it. I don't know,
Slash hack dots.
but it's good. Pixel something. But it was good, but it had a story.
Yeah.
And then like I could play Final Fantasy VII right now, and love it because
Mhm.
that was like my favorite game ever.
Mm-hmm.
But it had a great story. Minecraft, like it's all about your imagination, and I don't have one. I lost
So
it.
there's sandbox games that I enjoy because you just do whatever you want. And then there's storyline games where you have to go down like a very narrow set of events.
Yeah.
And I hate them because I don't want to do what the game wants me to do. I want to do my own thing.
Yeah, I like a combination.
I tried playing Half-Life 2. At the very beginning, it was good graphics. You could pick up random objects. Like there was a little toy doll
Mhm.
in this dystopian future with the rundown city.
Sure.
And I picked it up, and that was my dolly. And I carried it with me everywhere I went. And it got to a point in the game where you had to go through a door and you couldn't take Dolly with you.
Oh shit.
I was really upset.
What'd you do?
I lost Dolly. I didn't want to play the game anymore. I was heartbroken.
I'm sorry.
It was like a piece of me went away.
I played Half-Life 3 that
Oh,
one
yeah?
time.
How'd that go?
It was really good. You guys should
Yeah.
pick it up.
How's it end?
Aliens. I don't know. I don't think that was a joke because that game doesn't exist.
Nope.
But they're making it.
It's coming out.
They've been making it for a while now. Okay, so video games.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of like a good sandbox slash sort of linear but non-linear. Like
A
Grand Theft
pseudo-
Auto, maybe.
Yeah, that's a combo. You could do line if you want, or you could do sandbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't played a good RPG in forever. Like a traditional. I like turn-based RPGs, but with
Mhm.
like more non-linear like gameplay, but turn-based fighting. I can't find one.
Like Paper Mario.
Oh shit, that game's hot.
Paper Mario is a great game.
It is.
I read an article about how Japanese RPGs, basically what you're describing, Japanese RPGs like story-based but turn-based combat,
Mhm.
open world. And I mean, Final Fantasy is easily the best example.
Yeah.
How they don't happen anymore because they stopped selling right around the time of the PS2.
Mm-hmm.
You know what does sell though? Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get into that.
It's kind of a joke to me, but it is funny. I pick every once in a while my friends will offer like, "Hey, let's play this game." I'll be like, "All right," and I do the most ridiculous things I could possibly think of. Like there's different packages. You pick your equipment. I do the least logical thing, like just run around the map in body armor with a sawn-off shotgun, just yelling at the top of my lungs.
Well, you're not gonna win.
No, but it's really funny.
Okay.
I gotta make my own fun. See, I could sit in the corner with a sniper rifle for 4 hours and not move, and then get one kill. It's not fun though.
No.
It's not fun at all.
It's very true to life, though.
It is.
Yeah, sniper's life is a solitary one.
Yeah, very, very long days staring at nothing. Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of a Bon Jovi song.
Which one?
All of them. So let's move from video games. I want to talk about football.
Let's talk about Bon Jovi and football. Pagula bought the Bills. Bon Jovi did not.
Good job.
Good job, Bon
what did I
Jovi.
just do? Oh, I need help on my fantasy team.
Oh, who do you got?
See, Wes Welker's been activated for this week, but I don't know if I should play him or not.
Probably.
I'm nervous about him.
Anquan Bolden's solid.
Because they're telling me that they might not play him as much because he hasn't been practicing. Was he not allowed to practice during his suspension?
Yep.
What was he suspended for?
He took
Drugs.
ecstasy. Dude, we talked about this the last time I was on, and I had to apologize to Wes Welker because it was all alleged.
Oh.
Boy.
So how is ecstasy a performance-enhancing drug?
It's not about performance enhancing.
Drugs,
It's about
ethics or something.
substance abuse.
So I got. Let's see.
Is it use or abuse?
Use. I think any use is considered abuse by the NFL because they are strict.
Yeah, apparently they're the cops now.
But I got EJ Manuel last week. Picked him up.
He's not doing too bad, actually.
He might be
at
a
all.
good play, but Nick is still doing better.
He's sitting on my bench right now.
I picked up Fred Jackson too.
I picked up Matt Ryan in a trade. So like, oh, this guy sucks. And now he's the number 1 QB. And I'm like, yeah.
Didn't he do horrible last week though?
No.
Last week, yeah. Last week he only got like 9 points, but this week he got 23.
Yeah.
Wow.
Week 1 he was on Mark's bench and got 30.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I just traded for him and got him.
I lost both my weeks so far, but they were close. I think.
I had Adrian Peterson until he beat his child with a switch.
Hey, keep him. Don't trade him.
Oh, no, he's suspended. He's on my bench.
He'll come back.
I'd actually like to make a statement
Let's
to
make
all the women in the audience. I apologize for fantasy employing Ray Rice.
What?
I waited until after the NFL suspended him indefinitely, so I guess I'm worse than Goodell in fantasy. But then I fantasy let him go.
Allegedly.
Yes. So
Oh my goodness.
send your fantasy hate mail to my secretary.
So everybody hates the NFL now because they let the cops do cop stuff and go after Ray Rice, through the legal process,
Sure.
the judicial system, that whole thing. I think it's a bunch of crap. NFL is not cops. They're not a policing force. It's a non-for-profit organization.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things going on these days that I feel like we wouldn't even there's cameras everywhere. Like Ray Rice probably beat his wife before this, and we didn't know about it, and nobody cared because we didn't know about it. And now we see a video of him beating her in the elevator, and it's horrible. I'm not saying Ray Rice is a good person,
Right.
but if he did it like privately, he'd still be playing football right now. Like if this was 50 years ago,
Oh,
he'd
yeah.
still be playing football.
Oh, definitely. I mean, there's spousal abuse done on a daily basis.
Yeah.
All over the place, people getting beat, and no one cares. Like, no one cares at all, but then all of a sudden this guy does it, and all of a sudden now it's a big deal.
So I'm gonna blow your guys' minds.
Blow 'em.
Do either of you know who Hope Solo is?
Yeah.
She's
Volleyball,
also
right?
involved in.
Is that Han Solo's brother?
Yes. She is the goalie for the United States national
soccer.
women's soccer team.
That's exactly what I said, yeah.
And she's also involved in a domestic violence dispute right now. She's charged with hitting her sister and nephew. 2 charges. Not only is she allowed to still be on the team and play, but they're actually throwing celebrations for her because she is like breaking records and stuff on the field.
No double standard there.
Well, most of the discussion I've heard about this is people disregard the male-female dynamic and instead say people don't care because it's soccer and no one cares about soccer.
Well, that's exactly my point.
That makes
If
sense.
it's the guy down the street and he just belts his wife in the face, people just don't say anything about it. They pretend it didn't happen and they go on about their lives. That chick's still getting beat in the head.
So, to also just sort of pervert this story further, Hope Solo naked pictures also came out with Jennifer Lawrence pictures.
Is that when the domestic violence happened?
Why not? Yes.
Oh boy,
Well, I guess
she's scary looking though.
to each their own. I don't know. Whatever.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to get myself in trouble here. Adrian Peterson, I didn't actually... Was there a video of this? Is that what the problem is? No.
No.
Well, how did he get caught?
Like his baby mama. Are they married? His wife? Wife, baby mama, somebody reported him because his 4-year-old son got a switching.
Yeah. Isn't that common?
Yes. It's also legal, by the way. You are allowed to discipline your child.
Yeah.
And legally speaking, striking your child for discipline counts as discipline. So from a legal standpoint, you are allowed to spank your child. Now the point is, are you excessive with it? Does it go beyond discipline to a point where it's just physical abuse? So when these allegations are brought up, now they got to go through the legal process. He's got to go before a judge with his lawyers. They got to talk about it. Like, was this discipline? Was this abuse? And long story short, they're just going to spend a lot of money on lawyers. Or they're just going to, in the end, be like, all right, well, let's slap each other on the wrist, and then we'll go walk away. The kid's going to get therapy. They'll get a book deal later in life.
So I was, when I was a kid, I had a babysitter, and she had, she had 2 kids, I think, that were hers, and then she babysat a bunch of other people. And her sons, she would discipline them with an extension cord, basically just whipping them.
Mm-hmm.
And, they weren't famous, so nobody cared.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that seems more wrong, I think. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a different culture. And that's the thing that people are like throwing around. It's a culture thing. It's a culture thing. And
that was brought up by, I'm not going to blow anybody's name up here, but somebody we mutually know who's of African-American descent was like, oh, what happened to Adrian Peterson? And they're like, oh, he, was beating his kid. He's like, wow, what happened? He's like, oh, he took a switch. He's like, oh, that's not child abuse. That's being black.
Huh.
So the insinuation being this is part of just black or African-American or whatever culture. Like, this is what you do is you take a switch and you beat your kid.
I remember...
that was a... Do either of you watch Community?
Yeah.
There was a joke in Community when Britta meets... I forgot the character's name, Troy's grandma, and she's really angry at something that Britta does, and so she hits her with a switch, and like the camera shot is just of Britta's face as she's crying, but she's also like accepting the fact that she's getting beat because it's like part of their culture. Like that was a whole episode arc in Community. Do
you remember Oprah?
Yeah, I've heard of her.
And also, do you remember oh my God, why is his name?
Stedman.
No, the guy, the football player, Michael Vick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Michael Vick was in trouble for killing dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, one of his biggest supporters was Oprah, and she came out in support of Michael Vick because she said it was because of the culture he was raised in. It was not seen for him as wrong to fight dogs. So she was supporting him because he was raised in a culture where dogfighting was acceptable.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why is Adrian Peterson getting in trouble when he disciplined his child in the way that he probably was disciplined in the culture that he was raised?
Wrong plays at the wrong time.
Where's Oprah now?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's why, why does the NFL have to get involved in this crap?
I don't know why the NFL's involved at all. Like, it should be a legal thing.
If I saw a guy on the street beating his wife in the head, to me that's illegal. He's abusing somebody. It's physically accosting, physical assault, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I probably would intervene.
Sure.
Go to legal, call the cops, do something. And there's it's complicated. You run the risk of that person getting beat worse later, whatever. So complicated situations, but if it's a cultural thing, someone's down the street smoking weed, someone's down the street eating collard greens, what? I don't care. Why would I go about my business to change the way someone does?
Mm-hmm.
Like someone from the Middle East comes over here and they slaughter their sheep, start eating some mutton. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Slaughter sheep in your own backyard. Why do I care?
That's like Sharia law. Like they're trying to get that stuff in the United States. Like they can behead their wives for
it's really interesting.
Showing their necks or something.
Just it's in the Buffalo, Rochester area where the guy beheaded his wife.
Yeah.
You know where that was? Batavia or something? I don't know.
Batavia?
Yeah, the dude chopped his wife's head off because he thought she was cheating on him or something. I don't know, whatever. But Sharia law is an issue, especially I think in Canada. There was another kind of a secluded Arab community, and they're seeking Sharia law and they're seeking religious communities and councils because they're not happy with the way that our justice system handles cultural issues like that. Like, if your wife is getting out of line and you give her a backhand, in their mind, they're being a responsible father/husband, and they don't like us coming in and imposing our culture on them. And then you got folks here that are like, all right, you're coming to my country, you're not speaking my language, you don't follow my culture, and you do something that's offensive to me. So now we have culture clash. So who's right?
It's the prime directive, I believe.
Where is the captain right now? We need the captain's table here. It is exactly that. Like, my culture thinks one thing, and I don't think punching your wife in the head is good to do. I think that's wrong and illegal. However, if someone's over there doing something like slaughtering sheep in their backyard to feed their family, I don't really think I should have the right to impose my culture on them. Like, I think you're abusing that sheep. I don't think that's right.
That's so complicated, though.
It's
so ridiculously complicated because there's basic human rights or like human decency. It's morality. But what is morality? What do we measure it against?
Right.
Because things that are moral to some people aren't. Like the guy next door here might really like child porn, and that's wrong. It's wrong.
Well, so
for me.
Okay, for you it's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in your mind it is wrong.
But it should be. But shouldn't it be a universal wrong?
It depends. So you got to find where that line is between what you think is right and wrong versus what is universally right and wrong.
That's what I think is weird about the Adrian Peterson issue, especially because it is legal to discipline your child, and there is a line between discipline and abuse. I want to know what that line is. How long can you beat your child before it's illegal? And will child abusers now start carrying stopwatches?
Well, that's the thing. If you're going to build a rubric, you're going to build a measuring system. People are going to follow exactly that measuring system.
Yeah.
So
were you anybody here beaten as a child? Disciplined, I mean?
We were disciplined. I don't think I'm going to go into great detail on it just because it's a family matter, but sure. I don't think we were ever abused. I mean, I'm not going to go talk to a therapist about my abuse as a child.
Yeah.
I think my parents are both pretty hardliners as far as discipline.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't even require getting smacked upside the head. Sometimes it would just be a stern look.
Yeah.
Like the mom look, like you screwed up, and you're just automatically you're like, I did something really wrong here.
My mom did the spanking thing for maybe 2 years, and then after that it was a threat of spanking, which was enough. Go get the spoon. No, Mom, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then she was very good at doing the disappointed thing. Like, disappointing my mom is a lot worse than making her mad. If I make my mom mad, I can make up for it, like give her a hug or something. But if she comes out and says, I'm really disappointed in you, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I screwed up.
You can't hug disappointment away.
Yeah. So that's my go-to line whenever I'm mad at somebody. I just said, I'm disappointed in you.
I think for every parent
you let me down
who does use physical discipline, whether that's spanking or upside the head or wooden spoon, whatever, there's going to reach a point where your physical discipline is no longer effective, or that kid's going to be bigger than you, or you're just not going to hit hard enough.
Yeah.
Like, there was a point in time when I was too old for spanking, and I laughed my way through a spanking.
Yeah.
Which, what else are you going to do? You take a machete and start chopping away at me? Like, you have to, like, as an adult, as a parent, you're like, all right, this used to work for many years. This no longer works now.
Yeah.
Time to switch gears.
Yeah. My brother and I used to think of ways to make it stop sooner. Not like it hurt or anything, but it was just like, all right, let's just move on.
Mm-hmm.
So we figured out if we cry, she would stop. So just start crying as soon as like she's like, and then start crying like, you didn't even do anything yet. I'm just anticipation. And then we would wear, like, we're gonna do something bad, put on like 3 pair of underwear, get ready for it. Get a little padded a little bit. It's a complicated issue out there.
I think that's what the courts call premeditation.
No, you can't.
Stealing cookies in the first degree.
It reminds me of I remember hearing about training an elephant to do what you want it to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of random thing popped in my head, where you would like put a chain on it when it's a baby elephant, and then it can't break that chain because it's a baby, and then it's like an adult elephant years later, and it totally could break that chain, but it remembers that it can't. So it's like, crap, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
But if it just tried.
Yeah.
I feel really bad about elephants. I don't know why elephants make me sad. Elephants in captivity. Elephants in the wild are pretty cool.
They're pretty intelligent creatures, and captivity messes with them.
I love when I see videos of elephants like interceding in like lion stuff. Like a lion tries to kill a gazelle, and the elephant's like, no, I'm going to stop you.
Not
and
today.
The lion's like, shit. What are we gonna do?
You ever see the elephant videos of them mourning over a dead elephant?
Yeah.
They'll come across like the bones of somebody that died like a year or two prior, but they'll recognize the elephant, and the family will sit there and mourn for like a whole day before they move on.
Elephants are cool.
It's a pretty like humanizing way of looking at animals.
I like elephants.
Mm-hmm. Elephants are neat.
Let's get one for the studio.
Go to our website and donate.
Yeah,
Click on the Groupon ad.
If you click the Groupon ad, that'll help. Click on the donate button that says 50,000, then we can afford
Our very own
an
elephant in captivity.
and we'll tattoo on it our logo.
Yep.
Adrian Peterson will be there to help because he likes stuff like that. Actually, Michael Vick maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's more animal related.
Absolutely.
So I want to talk about another player that was on my team recently that I got rid of, Ben Raplesberger.
Ah, yes.
Because I feel like we're talking about too much of the other guys. I want to make sure that we have some representatives from the other side.
Forget beating people.
Oh, there's a team in my league, and it's called Rape Van.
Rape fan.
Yeah,
Do we live in a rape culture?
I think so.
I hear this all the time from feminists and activists and sociologists. Like, rape culture this, rape culture that.
Well, he's doing well. He's 2-0. So they didn't let me name my team this year. They just gave me a name. So I'm Matt's perfect team, who is 0-2.
So you're not rape fan.
I'm not Rape Van.
You do not live in a rape culture.
No culture of rapes for me, please. Rape is bad. I'm last. No, I'm not. Haha, number 8. Yeah. We're tied for last place. I'm gonna win this week, though. I tell you what.
Tell you what, though, in this league, do you have the Smack Talk board?
Yeah.
You can send messages to each other.
Let's smack talk this guy right now.
So on the Smack Talk board, if one of your guys said, "Oh yeah, Matt's getting raped in this league," that would probably be normal and acceptable, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
my league is apparently open-minded.
if you're normalizing the idea of rape and sexual domination, then is that not then rape culture?
It's rape culture, man. It's rape culture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So final word: Wes Welker, in or out?
Wes Wilker.
Over who?
You're gonna want to stick with Bolden.
Yeah, Demaryius Thomas is good. Ben Cooks is good. I would say if you're a fantasy football player and you're listening in general, yes, play Wes Welker, but he's better than none of your alternatives.
Yeah.
This guy's questionable. I mean, he's running back. It makes me nervous when they're questionable. Arian Foster, my bad. Why is he questionable? He's hamstring.
It's pulling a hammy.
I'll leave him in, though.
Who you got in the bench?
Running back one.
Actually, yeah, you got AJ Green. You should put AJ Green in.
He's probable.
What's he doing? Sitting on the bench. What's he got wrong with him? He's probable, but doesn't tell us what's wrong with him.
He is practicing.
So we want AJ Green in?
Yeah, he has. He's projected to have 3 more points than both Ben Cooks and Anquan Bolden.
All right. Wait a minute.
Here we go.
AJ Green. It's happening.
That just happened.
Yeah. If I lose this week, I'm blaming you.
I also have Justin Tucker as my kicker.
Cool. This San Francisco sucked last week. I lost by like 7 points because of San Francisco.
That defense is terrible.
They'll do better this week, though. I have faith in them.
Hang on a second, Matt. This is getting scary.
Okay.
I believe I also have San Francisco and Indianapolis as defense.
Shut up.
Shut your mouth.
Shut up. Get out of here right now.
Shut your mouth right now.
If you have them, I'm freaking out. So we went to the Fringe Festival last night.
Oh, how'd they go?
Weird.
What was the festival about?
Fringe.
Fringe culture?
Yeah.
Fringe drugs?
49ers and Indianapolis.
Nice.
These guys.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's like a weird universe here.
Yeah.
Fringe Festival. Got there. Well, first of all, Brianna got a parking ticket because we parked in a church parking lot.
Oh, no.
Not very godlike of them, but okay.
So wait, the church actually complained. Head cops come and issue tickets?
It might have just been somebody walking around. You might need a permit to park there. I'm not sure if it's after church hours, but I could have been in there praying. I don't know.
Most churches I know would just let people use their stuff and not really care.
Well,
Like if you're not blocking a service, like was there a Friday night service?
No.
See?
no. This church it's Bethel Church downtown, and they're like one of the biggest churches in Rochester, and they're very commercial.
Is it a mega church? One of those?
No, it's on
Like-
East Ave.
Like
I don't know
stadium seating and big screen TVs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mega church.
Yeah, they're kind of. I used to go there, and then they got really commercialized and kind of more about money than actual church stuff. So they kind of suck now. So if you park in their parking lot, you're gonna get a ticket.
It sounds more like a money-grabbing corporation less than a religious venue.
I think that's the greatest argument against whenever someone says religious institutions should be taxed, because like once a religion gets big enough, they get tax-free status.
Mm-hmm.
People want to take that away. My biggest argument against that is that if you tax churches, the only churches that will be left are the ones that can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the worst ones.
That's true.
Yeah. Like one of my worst experiences ever with commercialized Christianity was one day I was homesick from school. I was laying on the couch watching cable television, and Joel Osteen,
Oh, that guy.
Guy Smiley. You ever see Guy Smiley on Sesame Street?
Yeah.
He looks like Guy Smiley in person. His big old horse teeth.
Yeah.
And he starts preaching, talking about stuff, and I'm like, well, this guy's not so bad. And then I got to the point where he was about to deliver the message, like the Christian message, like lay it all out there.
Mhm.
And he's about to get there, they stopped it, and they're like, oh, if you want to listen to the rest of Joel's message,
No way.
you could buy this CD for $19.95. So, like, the very thing he's dictated to do in his religion, which is proselytize the good news or the gospel,
Right.
got to the point where he was going to deliver the gospel, and then he monetized it, and you had to buy his like cassette tapes or DVDs for $19.95. And I'm like, did the guy really just commercialize like Christ and Christianity and the whole deal? Yep, sure did. Absolutely. That's how he made his money. And then he goes on like Good Morning America and all these other like corporate nonsense shows. Like, Joel's going to tell us all about the Christian view of things. I'm like, Joel's going to tell you about the profiteering side of things.
Right.
He doesn't know crap about Christianity.
There's another guy. This guy's name is hilarious. His name is Creflo Dollar.
Nice.
His last name is Dollar. And what do you think he does? Charges you for everything.
Dollar Bill.
It's so crazy. His books, so many books. And he's one of those like Pentecostal prophet type of guys.
Okay.
Oh man. I went to a Christian school, and they had chapel every week,
Yep.
Tuesdays.
Mhm.
We have to go down there, and it's like an hour, waste of time. But they went through a series when I was there of Pentecostal stuff started happening, like slain in the spirit, people dancing around, speaking in tongues, being weirdos. And it was like people falling over, and the Benny Hinn type stuff where people like tapping them on the head, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there playing my Game Boy while everything's going down, and then it extended chapel like an hour every week. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah.
And then the teacher would come over and be like, "All right, guys, we need to go back upstairs. But if you feel the call of the Lord on you, and you want to stay here and be part of this, you can stay." And I was like, "Yeah, the Lord's calling me to stay." And I'd be like, "Yeah, math class is going to be over in about 45 minutes. I'll be up in 45 minutes." That's how I failed math.
There's not even a fine line. There's a broad, very distinct line of what you should introduce children to and what you shouldn't. And oh man, Pentecostal anything and anybody under the age of about probably 14, 15 years old, probably bad news bears.
It's creepy though. Like it wasn't normal. Like people were running up and down, laughing uncontrollably. I'm like, that's creepy, man. You gotta stop.
I think it's just children acting out. Like, do you ever see like the child preachers?
Yeah.
The child prophets, like 4 years old, and the whole church is full of people, and they're like, "Oh yes, oh Jesus," and it's just a 3-year-old repeating mantras that he's heard other people say,
with a rattlesnake around his neck,
like sweating profusely and yelling, "Jesus!" And the whole place is going nuts. I'm like, "Ew, wow."
If I was like in charge of that school, I would have been like, "Okay, you got an hour, and then you get your shit together and go back to class." But then they would get in trouble because they're like interfering with the Lord. Like, come on, guys, it's a school. I know it's a private school too. They were paying to go to this school.
Yeah.
And paying. My mom paid for me to sit in chapel for 3 hours and play my Game Boy.
Yep.
And learn nothing because the Lord was moving.
Well, what game were you playing?
Fun. I had Mortal Kombat,
Nice.
Kirby. It was later in the life, and then Tetris and stuff. Mortal Kombat, I had to trade my friend, of course. My mom wouldn't let me play it, so I had to trade him.
This was last week, or
Dude, sad story about my Game Boy. Sad story. I had some sick games. I had this one game called Great Greed. You'll never find it ever. You've never heard of it. You've never played it, but it's the best game you've never played. It was an RPG in like the Final Fantasy type gameplay, and it was all food related. And you play this character, and then Princess, I forget her name, is like Princess Spaghetti or something, comes to your dimension and brings you back to her food world, and you have to save her father, who's like King Hamburger, and he's not actually a hamburger, he's just a dude, but they all have food names, and you have to you have to defeat the evil pumpkin pie or something. It's just weird stuff, and all the enemies you fight are food, and it's really cool. I liked it, but I had that game. But my last day of 8th grade, I'm all done with 8th grade, ready to go. I go I have my backpack with all my Game Boy stuff in it. I'm like, fuck you, school. And I threw my backpack away last day of school. And so I lost my Game Boy. But, my friend, he found a backpack in the bathroom, and he was like telling everybody about, I found his backpack in the bathroom. It had a Game Boy in it, and I had my wallet in there too. He was like, I had a wallet in there, and then I was like, dude, that's mine. He was like, oh, here's your wallet back. But then there was like money in there, and then it's like not anymore. So he was not a good friend.
I was gonna say, it's a good friend right there.
Isaiah Hagen, if you're listening to this, you owe me a Game Boy, dude, because you totally stole it.
Come on, Isaiah.
Jenna's at the door, so I'm gonna go let her in.
Do that.
To talk amongst yourselves for a second. You have to actually talk, though.
All right. Isaiah, BTFO, shots fired.
Shot off the bow. Studio Cat does not appreciate theft.
I still have my Game Boy. I know exactly where it is in my mom's house. I'm pretty sure Mario Tennis is still in there. There are no AA batteries in it. I took those for the TV remote.
That's a detailed memory of your Game Boy experiences.
Absolutely. To make up for it, I don't know where my Game Boy Advance is. That is lost.
It's unfortunate.
My
This one's Adrian Peterson coming back for cereal.
For cereal, he's on the exempt list, right?
Yeah.
So that means he's not.
Hey.
I don't have another microphone set up, so
You're done.
What did I miss?
We're talking about Adrian Peterson being suspended.
Again?
Craig was
Well,
talking
we
about
just
his Game
got
Boy
done.
Advanced
Yeah.
experiences.
We're moving backwards, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's up with Adrian Peterson?
I don't know. He's on the bench.
Yeah. Mark has him on his fantasy team, so he wants to know when he can start profiting. And I said, probably not this year.
Immediately.
I bet he'll be back this year. Just in time for playoffs and Super Bowl. Go Vikings!
Just do it.
Is he on the Vikings?
Yes.
Yeah, I know football.
They're probably not going to make it.
Oh, we made a deal with Brianna's brother. They're having a baby. Not Brianna and her brother. Brianna's brother and his wife.
We don't judge West Virginia here. Right? Might have
And,
listeners there.
The due date is in January something. And we made a deal that if the Bills win the Super Bowl, we get to name it.
Nice.
So we're taking names. Tweet us with your most ridiculous name options.
If you donate, your
Yeah.
name will be more considered.
Yeah, definitely. And if you think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl, you're stupid. But they're 2-0, number one in the division.
Yeah. They're leading the league right now.
Leading the league.
In what?
Win percentage.
Wins, man. They're the best.
They're number one.
Number one. Oh. Anything else happen?
iPhone 6.
iPhone 6. Did you get your new iPhone yet?
No.
I got my new iPhone.
I'm not an
Cool.
Apple person. I make fun of Apple people.
Boy,
What's your best Apple joke? Ready to go.
there once was an
See.
Apple, and that's it.
I think the joke is paying $4,000 for a laptop. I think that's the joke.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool one.
Yeah, it's shiny.
Yeah.
It doesn't have edges. It has curves. That's an extra $1,000.
Whatever you're into, man.
See,
I'm not going to judge.
I would not buy an Apple anything because I don't have enough money. But if I did, I would.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. And I guess if I was in an industry where it was like the standard, you kind of have to.
So just music.
Yep.
Just music.
That's it. Everywhere else uses PC.
Yeah. It's cool. When I went RIT, they all used Macs. And the art labs and everything was all Macs. And it's so difficult to get used to that mouse thing.
Yeah.
They have a weird mouse.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get used to it. I never got used to it. But I don't like the operating system. I think if I got a Mac, I'd probably put Windows on it.
You can. Yeah, you
Yep.
can do that.
Because I like the Windows operating system.
Mm-hmm.
Or I want to get Linux on my computer, but then I'm scared because I won't be able to play any video games. You have to like dual install operating systems and switch back and forth.
Yeah, you can put different shells on Microsoft systems.
I just wanted Linux because it was free.
Yeah.
They charge so much for Windows operating systems. I mean Mac too.
Yeah, it depends what you're going to use it for. If you're not going to use most of the features of Windows, then why pay for it?
So if you have a jump drive
I don't.
and you have it on a Mac computer,
I don't.
you can't use that and plug it into a PC and transfer data. It doesn't work. You have to reformat. And I have a friend who has an Apple computer, and he just can't like get that through his head. So multiple times he's given me a jump drive, like, hey man, here's the new album of whatever. Put it on your computer, and I'm like, you don't. We've had this conversation 3 or 4 times, and the one time he's like, all right, it's all set up. This is Windows stuff. It'll work fine. I put it on my computer, and it had a virus.
Oh my god.
For Windows OS, and then he freaked out and threw the jump drive out because he thought it would infect his computer. And I was like, wow.
Wow.
That's really fundamental misunderstanding.
That's weird. I never ran into that. I don't have any friends that have apples. Anything. I do like me some apples though.
Jenna does.
Okay. Jenna has apples. Oh no.
But you're
Yeah.
not friends.
Nobody could pick that up.
That's hurtful. I'll stop with
Jeez.
that.
All right. Let's wrap this up early because we got things to do. Mark was late.
Got business.
Just kidding. Mark's always on time.
Mark is never on time. Mark's terrible at time-related things.
Did you guys get the new U2 album?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Just checking. Just want to double check.
Absolutely not.
Have you figured out how to get it off your phone, Jenna?
I haven't plugged my phone into my computer in quite some time, so
Oh.
it's not there.
Good.
Unless it was a cloud thing.
It might be. I'm not sure. All right, we're done. We actually have one listener, so thanks for listening, guy, and like us on stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
go to ChristopherMedia.net, and you'll find lots of stuff there. Question-everything.net. At QuestionNet on Twitter. You guys going to a wedding? Oh, these guys are all dressed up fancy because they're going to a wedding. They're getting married, married today.
Congratulations to not us
Not
getting married.
Who's getting married?
Cousins.
Caleb and
Cousin.
Christine.
Congratulations.
Good
Wow.
luck to them.
Good luck, guys. Oh, I just filed my divorce papers yesterday.
Congratulations.
On a related note.
That's also why we're dressed up.
Yeah. So it has to go through the courts first, and then they have to say yes or no. But fingers crossed.
Those courts.
Yeah.
You know, they get.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Same question time. No, probably not the same time. We switch things up. Keep things interesting.
We do what we want.
Do what we want.
Do
All
with
right.
it. Remember,
Apparently, we're done.
apparently we're done. Remember to question everything.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to M&M Question Everything. Please don't forget to rate, review, share, and subscribe. Visit question-everything.net. And if you can, click the donate button to support the show. Thanks again. And don't forget to question everything. This has been a Portsmouth studio production.